Hello and welcome back to Hardspace Shipbreaker. My name is Volcata, and in this episode we're going to attempt to salvage the ship that I consider my nemesis, which is the Javelin heavy cargo. So let's hop straight into it and I'll talk about why I hate this ship so much. So welcome to the most annoying ship in the fleet. The heavy cargo Javelin. And the reason it's the most annoying is because of the fuel tank in the middle and because of a Aerobridge that's on the other side, which we'll get to in just a moment. Also, there's a bunch of little cuts. Little cuts here you gotta go through. It's time consuming. So, we're gonna run through this real quick. In fact, right at the beginning here, I'm gonna speed up the video just while I cut all these cargo loose so that we can kind of get to the meat of this vessel. Alright, so
Salvage.
yeah, I mean,
Account credit applied.
5 minutes into the first shift and we're still stripping down all this cargo, which is, you know, good money. I've gone through 30 tethers already.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
So it's a little taxing. But so let's move on to the big problem, which is this gigantic tank. Now, we're not going to do anything with the tank until the end. The secondary problem is this Aerobridge, which frankly I don't think is worth messing with. But let's take care of this guy right now, or address it. So first of all, you want to flush the valves. You see all these pipes were full of fuel. And then we need to break out the nacelles. And use a spreader on.
Account credit applied. Salvage deposit accepted.
And then we have to break them free of the pipe. Let's go ahead and tear the mount off the back entirely.
Salvage secured.
Get that guy out of the
Credits
way.
deposited.
Take care of this one. I'm a little paranoid. I get close to it because I don't want
Salvage secured.
my back to
Account
the
credit applied.
fuel tank while I'm burning things. I've had unexplained explosions in the past. And that's just kind of made me a little gun shy of using cutters around things that go boom. So you may or may not have noticed in videos that a lot of times I'll creep right up on something when I'm near a fuel pipe or a
Salvage deposit accepted. Credit
fuel
transferred.
tank. That's why. I try to stay back as much as I can for video recording purposes. Just so it's easier for you guys to see what I'm doing. The advantage of being the person at the controls is that I don't have to see what I'm doing when I know, what I've clicked on or where I've positioned myself. But as a viewer, sometimes it can be difficult to tell, where I moved myself to or what exactly I'm aiming at. And that's why I usually try to back up from things to give you guys a better view of what I'm doing. But when it comes to fuel tanks, nope, not gonna happen. Healthy dose of paranoia is justified in some cases. All right. Oh. We got some antenna on the back to take care of. Should be one on the other side.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Alright, and this is going to be compressed. So another problem with these ships is that in other Javelins, when we've seen these double airlocks,
Account credit applied.
they are exposed to the atmosphere, or to space. This ring right here is not normally here on like the refueling Javelin. In fact, let's just go get some oxygen. And the reason that it causes a problem in this version is that that airlock area is its own skilled compartment.
Oxygen level stabilizing.
And there's no access to it. You have to decompress it. So you can see there's a double airlock right here. It says airlock, airlock. That chamber is entirely enclosed, and there's no access to it. There is no choice but to decompress it.
Airlock pressure levels increasing.
Which means you're going to have to create a weakness in a wall somewhere. Alright, the regulator, of course, is non-functional. And that was non-functional as well.
Cut it. You got 5 minutes left in this ship. Knock out that work order before they turn the lights out on you.
So we are going to go through the roof. This is kind of my standard decompression method when I have to go through an external cockpit.
Airlock pressure levels dropping.
And for this section, so that goes into the outer shell. Obviously, we don't want to decompress backwards because that's where the reactor is. I think we just go out through here. Probably going to lose these doors because they're going to be pointing towards the furnace. Alright. Oh! It was pulling me in. That was weird. Alright, but that was clean. So we're good with that chamber. Now let's decompress this. Huh. That's strange. We'd closed the airlock, but it's acting like it let the air through. Okay, well, we'll take it. But now that this is decompressed, we can go through the floor and through the front. Hey, hey, free money! Carefully push that out. Don't hit the terminals that are right next to it. I'm not going to worry about the glass in that. I'm going to grab and drag and then let go, because these are two separate items, but they're stuck together. And if I
Credits awarded.
hang on to it too long with the grappler, it will separate them. It's just efficiency.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
So, this Aerobridge is attached to this thing. Unlike the other cockpit that's behind us,
Deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
that just comes loose, this will not come loose.
Observed.
So, what we're going to do is detach all of this. And we're going to, if we have time, we're going to try to salvage the Aerobridge, but typically I just cut it and have the lady get mad at me. And it turns it into scrap, so you do lose the value out of it, but you know, you really gotta debate the time value. I didn't need to break that first one. Just a second. Yeah, I've got the
Object accepted.
things on the bottom here.
Credits deposited.
Hang on, time, just use tethers. Still have a couple of computer terminals on here.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Carter, we're getting down to the wire. Let's put a bow on this shift.
Those terminals are really attached, aren't they? Alright, and on this ship, it's not necessary for me to take the thruster cap off the back.
Airlock pressure levels increasing.
Yeah, I was worried that was going to happen. And the reason we don't need to take the cap off the back on this one, because it's mounted to a back plate that I'm just going to take off as one unit. I'm running out of time. Let's see if I can get it cut free. So that we can just pull it away. No, 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 no. Oh, I didn't run out of time. Alright, I'll have to climb back in the next shift. Alright. So again, this chamber, you know, as we decompressed everything else, you can see that's still compressed, which is not good. For some reason that airlock thinks it's compressed even though the other side of it goes to open air.
Airlock pressure levels dropping.
Unless it's a double airlock. No, it's not. Well, I guess it's considering this part an airlock and the bridge, Aerobridge, as its own segment. We're gonna, let's get through here. We don't need to bother with cutting these out. I'm not gonna waste my time getting the mounts off of them, because the other side was just the antennas, which we've already taken off. And while there is value in that salvage, this is already a ship that takes a long time to break down. And I don't, it's a corner that we can reasonably cut. Alright. And we're leaving the thruster still attached. Although I suppose we don't need to, because we're not going to take the secondary ring, we're going to take that front plate off. Let's go ahead and detach this. Just a little tap here. There we go. This is why I didn't bother taking the thruster cap off. Now I just pull this guy out. Now on the other javelins, I always go. I pull the rings to the right. This feels to me like the ship is leaning a little to the right, which is why I always go to that side. But we're not going to on this time because we have the Aerobridge in the way.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credit
Sticker unlocked, full of gas. Alright, move along. I'm gonna keep an eye on it to make sure it's not gonna catch on the furnace. Yeah, looks like it's okay. I'm gonna carefully cut away this pipe. Because it's kind of sticking into the next ring. It's just one less thing for it to bump into. Let's say here are the mounts that we didn't bother disconnecting. It's the time spent cutting them out and, you know, and then cutting the aluminum off the back of it. It's just wasted time. Yeah, we'll do it on other vessels, but this one is definitely time sensitive. And we need to pull this segment away. Looks to me like it's detached. Almost. I did that from, see, that was dangerous to do. I did it from as far away as I could because that back wall is pressurized and it will cut through. So that was actually something I shouldn't have done. I was confident I was far enough away not to hit it, but really shouldn't have done it. It's got away with it. Because if we had pierced that wall, not only would we have had decompression, but we would have compromised the structure of the wall, and it would have blown forward into the reactor chamber.
Credits deposited.
Pull this guy over a little bit so he's not swinging towards the furnace. Alright. Let's get this guy out. Sorry, mouse got a little squirrely there.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Last piece. Oh, no, you are not the furnace piece. Come back. Come back.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Alright. I've said it before, I'm not a fan of these that sit on top of the coolant plate, but
Salvage secured. Credits
that's what it
deposited.
is. So grab, drag, charge. Go. Alright. All we care about is getting it away from the ship. Alright. Looking good.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
So let's free this
Salvage gained. Credits
ECU.
awarded.
this out with us. Got this bad boy free.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
This is our standard procedure for salvaging the ECUs. Cut the back wall out. It's a heavy object, so I always just use a tether to get out of the room. Just to speed things up a little bit. Stabilize it, cut it off. This whole part right here is processor. Just like that, nice and clean. So, here's where we're going to run into a problem with this Aerobridge.
Credits awarded.
It's just causing all kinds of mess here.
Warning.
So
Oxygen reserves are low.
we can't move this. It is attached to the Aerobridge. And it's attached on this side as well. So I'm going to cut all of these off. But we're still going to have to get a little creative with our separating all of this. It's kind of all interlocked. I'm going to try
Oxygen reserves are
to save
critical.
that bridge, but it means we're going to have to get
supplies are available for purchase at the master.
we're going to have to get a little crazy with our cutter and with charges. I know I'm running out of oxygen. I'm just trying to get these done. All right, go go go. Brakes. Look at that.
Alright, Cutter, you got 5 minutes left of this shift before they turn the lights out on you. It'll
So,
matter.
we still have to decompress this chamber. If we cut this wall right here, I guarantee it would blow up that fuel tank, because it would compromise that wall and it would blow out the back. So we gotta be kind of careful about how we're dismantling all of this and how we're behaving with our
Material
cutters.
deposited.
I think what we're gonna do, because this is all interlocked with the ring. Alright, let's do this. We're gonna brute force this.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
I cut the edge of it. I mean, I was gonna cut into it anyway, so I'm not worried about that. Ah, see, that broke the bridge. It says furnace now. Okay, well, what I was gonna do was cut. I mean, I'm still gonna do this because I still need to liberate this part. So the reason for that was so I could get this out and give us some room to move things around to get that ring off.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
piece would behave and come out. So what we would have had to do was place demo charges all around the ring and blow it off of the wall. Actually, it still says Aerobridge. Okay, I guess it survived. So the challenge is still on. After I got that out, I was gonna cut down here anyway and decompress that chamber. So I'm not worried about that happening. And we need to get in there anyway. I don't normally do this, but interest of time. And I know the stuff behind it can't be cut. Just be very careful about using this. I don't recommend it. Okay. I need to get this cut out. That's a little lower than I wanted, but I don't care. Got 1 minute left, and we don't want to be stuck in a
deep and let's finish strong.
place that we're going to have to come back into later. Alright. We want to see if we can get this to come out now. Oops. Well, that was a wasted tether. Come on, you can do it. I have faith in you. Alright. And that will allow us to get at the ring and get all this stuff out.
Salvage secured. Account
Alright.
credit applied.
Next shift. 4.7. Nice, nice, nice. Alright. In case danger, it keeps reminding me that I have not decompressed the front. That is correct. We have not decompressed the front. We're going to attempt to accomplish two things in this episode that I have never accomplished on this vessel, which is salvaging that stupid Aerobridge and not blowing up the tank in the middle.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credit transferred.
That's not true. I have succeeded in not blowing up the tank in the middle, but I'm still working out how close I can get away with cutting
Processing valuable objects.
near the tank,
Credits awarded.
and I don't think I've actually ever managed to turn it in. You know, it's always been running out of time, just not worth the time. So, you know, you're not going to come back just to turn in the tank.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I just want to show you. This is not cuttable. This is not. And we cannot move this. It is attached. No holding the grapple on it to free it up like a barge item. It is hard attached. So we're going to attempt to free it. I do not think that this is worth the time, to be honest. But I know other people who have done this wonder, how do you get this off? And first and foremost, these videos are how-tos. Even if we're figuring out how-to together. I want to make sure they overlap. They do. Now, the next thing I need to do is when that blows,
Valuable
this thing's
object
going to want to go
processed.
somewhere that we don't want it to
Credits
go.
deposited.
So I'm going to pre-attach it to something. Alright. Fire in the hole. Hey, alright. Let's cancel that. That came out nice and clean. Alright. Now this whole front bit is also processor, so we're going to repeat the same process. My guy is panicking from something. We need to check inside here and make sure we didn't start a fire or something. Okay, he seems to be less panicking now. Oh, looks like we damaged this. That's what that was. I thought I saw a little spark out of the corner of my eye. Okay, so future reference, if you're gonna do that, take those out before you blow. Okay, I'm not gonna bother doing that bottom half or the top. I think we're good. Happy days. Salvaged it. Yep, still says Aerobridge. The crazy voice lady in my head didn't get mad at me. So hopefully I'll remember at the end to see what the value of that is, because I've never actually made the effort to salvage one. Okay, and everything's decompressed.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Let's break this off. Hope that our cutter doesn't go through the middle and blow up the tank. Ideally, that will give us this entire outer ring. Actually, let's just try to drag it straight in. I was going to pull it back. But if it's freed... The reason I was going to go back is because it would pull it away from, you know, the ring here, where I just cut it out. But if it peels it around, then it should be fine. Alright, looking good. And now that it's straightened out a bit, let's do that. Kind of heavy. Alright, so here comes the next challenge. Actually, no. What we're going to do is we're going to carefully try to cut this away. You know, I'm a little paranoid about how close we can get to cutting around this. So let's cut this here. This should be safe. Famous last words, right? Looking at. Oh, that's the outer cage. So we definitely need to get this out of the way. And I'm not going to take the time to cut that door out. So this is an end cap. This can be easily removed. Drag it back a little bit. There we go. Unfortunately, the tank does not just break free. So what we need to do is
Credits
break
transferred.
this off of that. Now ideally I would like to be able to cut it right there,
Processing valuable object.
but I'm pretty sure that blows it up anyway. So we're going to cut right here.
Ship teardown complete. Cutter account credited.
Get these pipes through. A little bit of a pain to get these things out. Actually, quite a pain to get these out. But they're out of the way. It's kind of what I want right now. And so here's a trick that I have never accomplished, which is getting this out without, you know, just having it come out straight. Always gets caught up. Yeah, see, I think it's too large to get out. So we're going to, we're going to have to do some demo charges. We're going to do them as far away as we can from the tank. Cross our fingers.
Your oxygen reserves are low. Note that excess carbon dioxide can cause damage to Link's equipment.
And hope that we don't just blow this whole thing sky high. All right, we're gonna get a safe distance here. Oh yeah, there it goes. Alrighty, well, we accomplished one of our two goals because we saved the
Contact your
Aerobridge.
plan administrator to add asphyxiation coverage. Oxygen level
But we
stabilizing.
did not manage to save the fuel tank. More research is required. Hey, got this out though. This is Vilcata talking from the future. And I am back at it trying to remove this frustrating tank from the cage. I'm not going to record an entire new video doing this. So I'm just trying it again.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
And I'm going to just put it in with the episode that you should be watching right now.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Now, we found the hard way that you cannot detonate these safely. So plan B is to... Okay, let's just see how much of the cage we can get away with cutting free without blowing it up. I'm nervous every time I make a cut. Just get this out of the way.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
You know, I wonder if we can just use a precision cutter to melt the pieces that are in the way. Because that is something you can do, and the lady, angry lady in your head tends to be not happy about it because you're destroying material as opposed to cutting it. Okay, we're gonna try to melt this piece off. Okay, that might have given us the clearance
Got
we
about
need.
5 minutes left in this shift, Cutter. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Weaver out.
I can see there must be a much better way of doing this. Let's find a way of doing it. then we can improve on it. Feeling good about this. Yeah, baby! We're just gonna leave that part on the back. We are not gonna goof with it. We're just sending it. Haha! Alright. We found a way. Found a way.
Deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Alright, back to the past.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded. Material deposited.
Unfortunately, that blew up a lot of this pipe.
You got 5 minutes left in this shift. Knock out that work order before they turn the lights out on you. We wrap.
I really think the key to it is going to be just figuring out how close you can get away with cutting. And just cut the whole cage away from it. It's got to be the trick.
Object processed. Credits deposited.
Furnace now.
Material deposited.
But we can get that out.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Alright, so the rest of this is going to be standard procedure. Freeing this cage out. With a little extra debris. And just break up the front of the vessel. So if we do this cleanly, we might be able to do a 4-shift Javelin. Off of there. Cancel tethers, it's got enough momentum. Alright. Now all this is still pressurized. It's kind of dangerous. I really should have depressurized this earlier. We were just kind of focused on our personal goals.
Airlock pressure levels dropping.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Be kind to us and give us at least
Airlock
one working
pressure levels
atmospheric
increasing.
regulator, please. No. And of course not.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
I think I'm just going to decompress the entire chamber through here. Not going to bother closing these doors. I don't see anything in here that banging around. Yeah, we're just gonna do it.
Carter, we're getting down to the wire. Let's put a bow on this ship.
If we're gonna have any chance of doing this in 4 shifts, we can't be delicate. All right. Let's get this stuff off. We have less than a minute, so let's get the stuff that we can reach quickly.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Let this bang around to try to free itself. There we go. All right. End of shift 3.
Valuable object.
So that wasn't a terribly profitable shift. But it is what it is. You know, we still made a profit. And, you know, at the end of the day, that's the name of the game. We still don't have that much destroyed on the milestones. So we still easily make our 5 milestones.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Oh, no, no! No bangy, no electrical stuff. I was gonna clear out the front so I could
Valuable object processed.
get all this out quicker and easier, but can't do that now.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Gotta get this out before it's all destroyed. I'm not gonna worry too much about those posters that just got away. So those are the 2 computer terminals I normally leave connected to each other.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited. Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Alright, I think that's everything, except for the 2 posters that went spiraling out on fire.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Alright, we're not gonna waste our time trying to find them. They might already be destroyed as it is. See if there's anything in the floorboards. There is not. So, we'll just leave this all 1 unit. Cut it free. One tether, and done with that. Now we need to get inside and start opening this sardine can up. Oh, so that was a mistake, but we got the inner door that will still open up. We got the inner panel. All right.
Airlock pressure levels increasing.
We don't need to increase when we have no air on either side.
Airlock pressure levels dropping.
Alrighty. We're not gonna bother with those mounts. This front cap off. Peel off his heatsink. I guess we did miss a antenna. So we need to take care of that right now.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited. Processing valuable object.
Okay.
Credits awarded.
Trying to run as quickly and efficiency as I efficiently as I can. I'm doing this at a down angle because I don't want to hit that back wall that I know is pressurized. Yeah, that chamber is still pressurized. So we're gonna try it, and we're doing this time saving, but put our back to the depressurization area. Again, I don't like doing that around airlocks, but we are really trying to complete this in 4 shifts. Alright. Make sure there wasn't anything. We're leaving those in place because of the back wall. I think we got everything else. Those are all supports that were on the cargo. Start peeling these rings away. Yep. Running out of time. Come on. You don't need to take the entire ship with you, just that panel. That was a little messy. But we needed to free all this up anyway.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Oh, that's right. I knew that I left one of these uncut,
Credits transferred.
and I forgot to come back and get it.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Alright, alright, get that out of the way. Go, 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 go.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Yeah, destroyed the mount. We know that. We don't care. Oh no, I sent it. Realized it just a moment too late that I sent that to the processor.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Get in a rush, make mistakes.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Alright.
Processing valuable.
Lots of power cells on that. Those are big money.
Reserves are low. Reminder.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Pretty sure I have all the data drives that are in the game currently. I don't know that we're going to make this in 5 minutes.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
So much to cut out
Valuable
still.
object processed. Credits awarded.
Oxygen reserves are critical. Please contact your plan administrator to add asphyxiation coverage.
That was a bad cut. feeling the same panic that guy is, except
Welcome to Vintage
Oxygen level
I'm watching
stabilizing.
the timer. And we got that whole room
Got
in there
about
to clear out
5
still.
minutes left in this shift, Cutter. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Weaver out.
Weaver, I've already bit off more than I can chew. We are past that point.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
And we always come back if we don't get our 5th milestone, so... got a lot on the line here.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Could you give me that console, please? Alright, we are done with you.
Ship salvaged in full. Credits applied to Cutter account.
Alright, time to decompress this chamber. Get out of its way. Yep, that's why we had to get out of its way. I said there's just no other way into that area. Oh, we just don't have time for this. Woo!
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Oh, dangerous. Oh, I'm getting stuck on stuff. I'm gonna waste my time trying to get an optimal angle when I can just cut these out now. Yeah, 2 minutes. I'm not fooling anybody. We know we're not getting all this done in 2 minutes. It'll take that long just to drag the stuff. And we have a room still to empty. So it looks like we're coming back for another shift. And hopefully the stuff that's in the room is enough to cover our debt for that shift. Got through all of them on that one shot. Nice. Yeah, I've slowed down a little bit. I already know it's a lost cause.
One minute left, Cutter. Time
Break
to
this
start wrapping
out.
things up. Weaver out.
Still have the console on that door.
Deposit accepted.
So close.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Alright. Look at all that destroyed. And most of that was from the explosive decompression, because just, you know, this is the thing. It happens. Alright. We're still on target, though, for our level 5 milestone.
Material processed. Credits deposited. Processing valuable object.
Oh,
Credits awarded.
I was going to actually salvage that light. I decided to go with it. Those pipes are not,
Material deposited.
I mean, once they're scrapped, they're not really worth the effort, but just kind of get them out of line of sight.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Alright. Well, might as well get these fuses. I always turn my headlamp off when I'm doing the fuses, just so I, you know, it's a little more clear on the lighting. Well, there should be 2 more. Oh, there is a... Oh, look at that. Like a Trojan horse there. In the chamber that we had to force decompress. Oh, that's just nasty. I wonder if there was more of those in there that
Object accepted
might have
for processing.
made that
Credits
explosion even
deposited.
worse. This is dirty pool. There's a poster in the middle of the, middle of the area. Okay, we kind of just need to clean this up since we went into another shift anyway. Let's like this is aluminum.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Just gonna get this out of the way, please. Probably gonna have to detonate those supports to get this panel off. This is almost certainly not worth it. In fact, it's not worth it. Let's try doing this instead. There we go. Much better. And the rest of this, except for the odd mount here and there, is going to be processor. Just do a quick eyeball of it. Alright.
Deposit accepted.
Get this out of our way. All we really need to do is empty that room. Should probably be easier if we can just pull it out of the ring. So let's detach this. Man, I just don't like that little ambush they did there with the fuel barrel. Oh, grab these. Line out. 3. Oh, I almost grabbed that at the wrong time.
Valuable objects processed. Credits awarded.
I don't think I can get that out of the area. I think I have to cut this. Alright. Now, ideally, this is all one unit that we can pull out. If we can get it unstuck. Just take your time there. We're in no hurry. We certainly aren't on the clock.
Material deposited.
Good grief. Okay. It should be clear enough that we can start grabbing up things.
Salvage secured.
Things and
Credits
stuff.
deposited. Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
It looks like this is going to mostly be processor. Well, it looks like it blew the floor out. Well, that's convenient. Unless that was the floor that we cut open. I'm not sure.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
That doesn't look like a cut. That's awfully clean. I think that was the other thing that we cut out. I suspect that got blown out.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Alright, let's get inside.
Salvage secured. Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Yeah, we were not getting this done in 4 shifts. A lot of stuff in here to. It just takes time, to free it up from the ground. But this is good because this is going to pay for our extra shift. Yeah.
Get in while the getting's good. We wrap.
Breathing a little bit of CO2 never hurt anybody. Right? That's heavy for the side. Just gotta get these out of the way.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited. Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Eyeballing it to make sure there isn't anything inside. And I got left behind. Look clean though. out of time.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
It's gonna hit our fifth milestone though once these get turned in.
Secured. Credits deposited. Ship salvaged in full. Credits applied.
Here we go. So what did we learn today?
Deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
We learned that we can use explosives to free up the nano bridge.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
We also learned that we cannot use explosives to break open the
Salvage
cage
secured.
around the tank.
Account credit applied.
Alright. Let's see if we can free these guys up. Can. Nice. I mean, it's all furnace, but I'm really trying to... Oh, that scared me. Woo! Apparently there was an O2 panel in there. But we salvaged the fuel pipe, something we don't normally get to do. I'm going to kind of carefully escort it in there because it's still frozen. Don't want it breaking up.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Everything else in there is furnace. That's all furnace 'cause it's fabric. Spent booster is, or canister there is all furnace. Looking for things on the roof that we didn't remove, like, oh, a power generator. We're running out of time, so let's get this going. You know, this is a heavy object. Where did the... There it went.
All right, Cutter. Wrap it up. You got about a minute left.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Oh, I think I destroyed the... I was trying to get that little thing off the back. The little panel. The terminal. I either destroyed it or it got pulled inside and just got pulled into the furnace. One way or another, we're not getting credit for it.
Deposit accepted.
Alright. Anything floating around? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Pretty good run. $2 million on the final day. So that was enough to justify it. Yeah, a lot of little stuff. Yeah, there's computer term. That was one of them. Was the thing came off the back. All right. Well, that is going to wrap up the heavy cargo Javelin. Thank you for joining me on this little exploration here on how to try to get some things to work that I didn't personally know how to get to work. And learning, you know, that especially with that fuel tank, it's the process, right? Every time you go through these, especially on something that's volatile like that, you know, you only get one shot at it. If it blows up, then it blows up, and it's the next time you try the vessel, you try another approach. So that didn't work. But thank you very much for coming out and spending this time with me. I say it every time, but I mean it. I really appreciate it. You know, it brings me joy to see when other people, you know, watch the content that I take the time to produce for you guys. and I'm enjoying this game, so I love it. But any comments? The comment section's down there. Love to hear from people, and if you liked it, leave a like. But hopefully, I'll see you in a future episode.